Sagittarius, this is your March forecast. I love doing forecast readings, so let's just get right into this. How are you doing, my lovely and beautiful Saggies? Here we go. Let's get our unlocking the secret garden. What do we have? What do we have? Forgiveness, little bee, little sweet bee. Look at that. Forgiving yourself is what I just heard. Can be one of the hardest things. That feels like Four of Swords energy, maybe even Three of Swords, healing, just making peace with things. Could be a Queen of Cups energy, loving yourself. King of Cups, doesn't matter. Oh, Six of Cups, I'm feeling that too. All right, let's see what your spirit animal is. Ooh, butterfly, rebirth. I pulled this for myself last night. I'm Saggy. You can reinvent yourself. Open to the rewards of change. You have brilliance to share with the world. Love every part of your journey. So that feels good and connected. Since I pulled that for myself last night, I did one of these readings just for moi. It's pretty good. All right, let's get your talisman oracle. All right, that's going to be on top. Oh, safe travel. That's nice. I like this card. And, you know, Sagittarius is known for travel and exploring, expeditions, things like that. All right, safe travel. That's good to know. All right, so some of you might be taking a trip. That could be, I'm seeing the Three of Wands, ships coming in, travel. Also, could be Knight, could be Chariot energy. The rebirth, Death card, transformation. All right, let's get into this. What do we have for Saggy? Ooh, King of Wands, Leo energy. We have the Knight of Pentacles. Okay, I like that. And the Two of Pentacles, balance. We have Virgo. We have Capricorn there. I like the King of Wands energy very much for Sagittarius. Very entrepreneurial, visionary. All right, let's see. Ooh, the Devil. All right. We'll see what that's about. Capricorn energy, Seven of Swords, and the Sun. So that's good. More Leo energy. I'm not too worried about that Devil energy now because we have the Sun card. So that makes this a good stuffs reading. In your face, Devil energy. It's like in one of those 80s vampire movies. You break the window and let the sunlight in. Ooh, Queen of Swords. Yeah, if this is any type of past energy coming back, you're just going to... You're going to cut that off before it could even start. Four of Pentacles. Stability. And the Ace of Swords. Yeah, you victory here. Woo! Woo. Oh, my. Oh, my. Like George Takei. All right. So, yeah, you're pretty fierce here. Yep. You're not dealing with that nonsense anymore. You're not even doing in the same arena. You're not going to fight the same way because we have that Seven of Swords here. You got strategy. All right, first row. Oh, the World. Woo, you've completed something here. The Devil again. What is going on here? What's going on here? What's going on? What's going on? Nine of Wands. Yeah, you are... You're standing at the gates there. I want to go ahead and get the rest of these out because of that double Devil energy. Page of Pentacles, a message. I got to see what else. I got to see what else. It's all turning in my brain here. Ah, there you are, Saggy. We have the Two of Wands. Oh. It's weird. Lately, I've felt like somebody from my past has been thinking about me, wanting to reach out. You got the Sun twice. Let them go ahead and reach out. And let's see what happens. Yeah, just go right on ahead. Seven of Pentacles here. And the Page of Wands. I'm not worried about that devil energy at all, and you shouldn't be either, unless you should be, and then, be worried about it. Wow, what can I say? You could have ended something with this World card with someone who was kind of in a player type energy with this King of Wands. I love Leo energy, but this is someone, because I feel like this is tied in with the devil energy here. They could have possibly been a Virgo or Leo, something like that. And that is over, okay? It's definitely over, but it's showing up here for a reason. If this is that person that's coming through with this King of Wands, like I said, player energy, lots of fingers in many different pies, all over the place, really hard to pin down. Very charismatic, though, I have to say. The ones that can really swindle you are very charismatic. But I think you closed the chapter on this already, right? That's what I'm feeling here. Now, if it's not that, let's look at the more positive side of this. If this is your energy, Sagittarius, because I'm getting two different messages here. I do want to focus on your energy, but if there's something negative coming in, it's my job to let you know about it. I love the King of Wands energy as your own energy of being entrepreneurial, of, putting yourself out there, taking center stage, sharing your creativity with other people, because that the Leo energy is the house of pleasure. It's playfulness, it's fun, but I also feel like it's very artistic, very creative, sharing those gifts and talents with the world. And there it is. Maybe you're sharing your gifts and talents with the world. And maybe just doing this is a big step in your life. Just putting yourself out there kind of checks off a box of what you were meant to do when you came here. So we have that message too. I like that message a lot better than the other one, but let's keep going. There's two messages inside with this devil energy as well. So we'll just go through both of them. It's like a turducken. It's like two readings in one. Slow moving energy, not getting anywhere with this devil, and you weren't going to get anywhere with this devil energy. Yeah, that's pretty much all I'm getting with this energy. It was just stagnant. It was never going to become anything if this was a person. You know what I'm saying? The negative attributes of a Knight of Pentacles is someone who's very pessimistic, stubborn, picky. You can't satisfy them. Nothing is good enough for them. You would probably be trying to prove yourself to this person, which is pointless. You know what I'm saying? So it's just, this person probably had addictions of all sorts. Very toxic individual, okay? Whoever this Virgo-like person was, who really wasn't doing anything with their life, very stagnant, like I said. You close the door on that, okay? So just let it be that. If this, let's pull it back into a Sagittarius context. Nine of Pentacles, slow moving. It is the slowest moving nine, but it's about being very deliberate and determined. Okay? Don't get distracted. This is saying stay focused, because the devil energy is anything that robs you of your time, effort, energy, money, love, all that stuff. So we want 80% signal, 20% noise. And so this is saying you could be tempted or tested to kind of knock you off your path of prosperity here, because this is the Knight of Pentacles. It's slow moving because when you are growing your wealth and abundance, it usually doesn't happen overnight for most people. It needs to be slow and deliberate. So there's nothing wrong with this being a slow, steady energy. And so this is saying stay focused, because this is where, when you're in that slow, process of building growth, it's so easy to want to just say, out of heck with it. Let's go do something and waste our time. You don't get that time back. So do be careful of temptation here, of distractions, okay? Like I said, it's 2 readings in 1. Keep yourself balanced here and stand firm. You know, do allow yourself a little bit of time to play because we have 2 of Pentacles. Work hard, play hard. Don't play too much, you know. This is saying that you're mainly focused here on getting things to work. I'm going to sneeze again. I have to get more allergy spray because I've just been sneezing all morning. Okay, it's that time of year again. I think you're willing to try whatever it takes to stay in balance. Yep, I've got the sneezels. And so we have Saggy here, Wounded Warrior. We have you here, Wheel of Fortune. Oh my goodness, here it goes. Whew. All right, one more. Let's, please let that be the last one. There is boundaries within this. Wounded Warrior here. You've been through a lot. You've learned a lot with everything that you've been through, Sag. Believe me, I am this Wounded Warrior 100%. And it's changed the way I do things. I think I just sneezed like 10 times. Oh my gosh. So, I think you're very protective of your family and your home right now. And I think it's getting amped up because I think you feel, for some of you, that toxic person or toxic energy trying to come back in. You're like, oh no, you're not going to knock me off my balance. There's just no way. It's just not happening, Captain. I think it's kind of funny is even though you have the devil showing up twice, it's counteracting with the sun showing up twice. And we've got the Queen of Swords here and the Ace of Swords. Come at me, bro, is what I'm hearing. You know, it's like, yeah, not happening. The devil, crossed by the Page of Pentacles. They might be trying to reach out to you with a message. You know, trying to be all friendly. Hey, I got good news. I just got out of prison. You know, some kind of Shawshank stuff like that, right? You're not interested. What I want to say about this is you're focused on your pentacles, on something. Look, this is completely behind you. You don't even care what's going on with this devil energy. You're just not even fazed by it at all. Not even a little. Because you've got Wheel of Fortune, you've got the Sun twice. You've already chosen another path here. They don't realize it, but they're done. They are so stick a fork in it done. And that's the good news that I'm telling you, that you're really over this person or whatever it was. Could be bad habit, toxic spending, toxic thinking, just whatever it is. You're over it. You just don't do stuff like that anymore. And by you deciding here to walk away from this, to not engage in that anymore, because this person is not going to engage in the fight. They've taken their wisdom and what they've learned. They're not feeding that devil anymore. And they're doing that by removing themselves completely. Their energy, their thoughts, their mind. And when you do that, bam, Wheel of Fortune, start spinning in your direction. As long as you were to keep talking to that person or engaging in whatever that toxicity is, no matter how slight, it's going to make the wheel go backwards and not forwards. It will sling you around and not be good. So I think you're choosing a forward path here, definitely, because you have the Two of Wands. Taking control here of your happiness, following it. A lot of strength here. This is that rebirth, definitely, because you have the World card right at the gate, you know, right at this beginning, right here. Look at this happiness. Lots of happiness and clarity. You've already chosen this path of happiness, of not dealing with any more BS like that anymore. You are so done with it. It's just not going to happen. It's not going to get through. You've already made your decision here, Sagittarius, and you're not going back. And if they do somehow get through your defenses, right? If they somehow manage to find someone that you haven't blocked yet, or you don't even know about them, right? And they get a message to you, guess what you're going to do? You're going to ignore that message. You're going to chop it up, delete it, block it. Not even going to say a word, because it's your silence that is your sword. That's how you cut somebody out. That's how you remove your energy. And that's what makes you happy. Knowing you don't have to deal with that stuff anymore. You know? You have clarity, like oodles of clarity here. And happiness. You have so much happiness not dealing with these toxic people. I don't care if they're family. I do not care. If they're toxic, they're toxic. They're poison. And so you're really focused on your happiness, and anything that's not happy, you just cut it out. And it's not that you're mean. No, you're not. You have firm boundaries now. They are established, and it's not going away. Not ever. I fully feel this reading. 100%. Because there are some people that just don't deserve to be around you at all. You know, this devil energy is just one of them. It might be more than one. Who knows? But you're just not having it. You're focused on your pinnacles, on stability, on saving. You know, the Seven of Pentacles is kind of in the middle. You're working on it. You're working on this legacy, the path of mastery. This person, this toxicity is not part of it. They would derail you immediately. So do not accept a message. If they try to contact you, don't respond. Silence is what I'm saying. Silence, and just like they don't exist. Because they don't. Not anymore in your energy. There's some other timeline. You don't know who they are anymore. Nope. Not happening, Captain. Because you're focused on this stability here, saving, and having a really great harvest. You know, you are really looking at your resources here. This is what's important to you right now, Sagittarius. This has got your focus right here. And so you're getting very close to a harvest. Very close. All that right there is just a warning. You know, just to kind of give you a heads up, you're probably already feeling it. You know, usually like when the toxic past person is about to try to contact me, I will dream about them before they have some weird unknown person try to contact me. Or I'll hear their phone, like their special ringtone. I will hear it just out of the blue randomly because I don't think about this person. They are not on my radar. I don't care about them. I'm focused on, you know, my family and my business. But it'll just come out of nowhere. And I'm like, I tell that energy straight away. I become Queen of Swords in my energy, and I say, you know, piss off. And that's it. And then I go back to what I'm doing. So it's tough because if you're empathic and you can sense when people are thinking about you, you know, that's where you have to push back. That's where this is like a mental blockade. We have the Ace of Swords and the Page of Wands. Oh. Victory. For sure. Ace of Swords, it's triumph, knowledge. It's maybe some type of truth is about to come to light that you didn't even know. I think it's going to make, whatever it is, it's going to be really exciting. Something is about to happen here, Sagittarius, with this Page of Wands. It's very enthusiastic. You're getting some type of divine message or communication, some type of divine justice with this Ace of Swords things. And it's part of this, when you cut out that toxicity, whatever it is, This is the moment you've been waiting for your entire life, Sagittarius, for things to finally start feeling like the luckiest sign in the horoscope. And I'm also a rabbit, which is the luckiest of the Chinese. So if you've got that combination going for you, when you really cut out that toxicity, that's when things are going to turn around for you. That's when you're going to have justice, and that's when you can be this fun aspect of yourself again. You know, just happy. We have the Sun card twice, you know, but it comes from being kind of a badass with that Queen of Swords. Not letting just everything in. Was that person fun? Yeah, maybe. But they were also crazy. Looney Tunes, and not in a good way. So I think you're having justice here, and you're finally coming back to who you are here, Sagittarius. Forgive yourself for being so kind and loving and generous as to allow someone like that in your space in the first time. Just take the lessons, take the lumps, and move on, right? Focus on you. Water. Work with the element of water for healing, purification, and refinement. I really like the sound of water. We see that water here. I don't swim. I've tried, I've taken classes, and it's just not my thing. I still don't swim, but I do like being near water. And I do get my epiphanies and insights while I'm taking a shower, when I'm hearing water run. So maybe have a fountain or something nearby that might help. All right, angel number. Ooh, it's up to you. 1010. Moderation, patience, flow, clarity, joy, movement, self-realization, taking action, and unconditional love. Oh, it's time to put those long-cherished ideas into action. You will soon come into contact with the appropriate individuals, circumstances, and resources. Freaking awesome. Eventually, you will experience joy as well as brand new opportunities, trust in the process. We have a lot of joy here with the Sun card. You know, there could be something coming in very lucky, very auspicious here that's going to lead to some really great prosperity here that's coming in. So that looks good, but it really is up to you to choose. You know, do you want to deal with toxic people and have them drag you down? Or do you want just the life you were supposed to have here? Do appreciate what you learned from that person. They probably helped you to establish your self-esteem and self-worth, you know? If you had already had that self-worth, you wouldn't have dealt with them in the first place. All right, your crystal is white light, snow quartz. Look at that. The white color of snow quartz represents purification, cleanliness, and innocence. And we have that innocence with the sun, that double sun energy. It helps you surround yourself with white light, bringing spiritual protection and connection to your angels and spirit guides. Carrying snow quartz is like having a snow angel in your pocket. Affirmation: I surround myself with white light of protection. Only good energy is allowed in and around my space. See, that's why they can't get in. They can't get in. The devil is knocking at your door. You know, just don't open it. Don't open it. There are, you know, just no. No, 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 no. Yep, you are protected. You're protecting yourself fiercely, which I like that. Very good for you, Sagittarius. Love that. All right, let's see. We have, whoa, surrender. Dark night of the soul. Yeah, if you had to deal with this toxic person, you probably went through a dark night. I know I did. I went through like 2 or 3 of them. But, you know, the sooner you do it, it's kind of like ripping off a Band-Aid, the better off you'll be, you know, to process that energy and to realize it's all about figuring out why you let it in the first place. What was it about yourself that was broken that needed to be healed? There you go. All right, wind chimes, peace and harmony. I like that. I like that a lot. We have caterpillar. Yee. Things will not always be this way. A change is coming. Change for the better. And we have throne, position of authority. You have a position of authority in your own life with that sun energy. Heck yeah. All right, let's get 3 money manifestations for Sagittarius. What do we need to know for Sagittarius? Oh, up, up, up. What's going on? Hold on. That was just slipping and sliding everywhere. Very slippery cards because I'm pretty new. All right, so we have obligations. All right. You have some prior contracts or commitments that still need to be fulfilled before you can completely move on to the next stage of your journey. That's going to be different for everyone, but that's part of that completion, right? Something is completing there. It will complete. We have advocate. You will find so much fulfillment in working for a cause that you truly believe in. Galaxy jar. I like that. We have fortune. Yes. We have wheel of fortune too. So, yeah, here we go. When fortune appears in your life, limitations disappear. As you sit back and watch your dreams manifest before your eyes, you are filled with a profound sense of gratitude and wonder, and you are doing it, Sagittarius. Yes, you are. Make sure that if you haven't done that dark night and you need to clean house like that spiritually, it's time, because that might be what's holding you back here. It's not pretty, but it's a good process to really sort yourself out. It's necessary. It's up to you, right? Okay, that is your March forecast. And before I go, this is my proof copy. I've got a couple of edits I'm going to do to the formatting on the inside. And so this is for sale. This is my first published book. It's on Amazon Kindle, paperback, hardback. And so I'm really excited about this. It's a fantasy fiction novel. I have been writing stories for a long time, and I just have never really put them out there. So I'm going to start putting them out there. And there we go. Very fun. I do have, we'll put a link to my reveal for this at the bottom of this video. So do check it out. I had a lot of fun writing it, and I'm already on book 2. So be watching for that. It took me about 6 months to write that one. So I don't know how long it's going to take me to write part 2. All right, so thank you so much for watching, Sagittarius. Let me know what you thought in the comments below. Hit that like button, share, subscribe. Thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you next time.